it's Dr. Lori. This is Ask Dr. Lori Live. Happy to see all of you. It's all unscripted. I don't know what objects are coming for appraisal. And remember who I am? I'm the expert appraiser. How are you doing? Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, I'm Vic.
Hi, Vic. What's happening?
I'm doing good.
All right. You seem kind of low key, Vic. What's the problem? Everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Oh, okay. I was just checking on you. So where are you calling from? What state are you in? Or are you
Florida.
somewhere in the world? Florida?
Yeah.
Hot?
Yeah.
Okay.
90 degrees.
Oh my gosh,
my
Vic,
neck.
we're going to fall asleep here. You're so like, oh my gosh, you're like, oh, so zen. Vic is zen. I like it. Vic is zen. So do you have a piece for me? You got a
I do
question for
actually.
me? Okay. Well, thanks for
right
calling.
here, I picked it up for like $3 at Goodwill.
Okay. Oh, well, look at that. So a little see-through trinket box. I like it.
Yeah.
So the top opens with a hinge. I'm sorry, honey.
The top opens right here, right? With the hinge. Yep.
Top opens with the hinge. Hey, I got another question. Since you've got a question for me, I got a question for you. Question of the day we're going to do. Question of the day. You imagine in the world you didn't have 4 billion channels like you do now where you can choose anything. Netflix, this, Hulu, that, everything, sports, right? Imagine there's only 2 channels that you can watch. 2 channels. And on those 2 channels are these 2 shows. The Jerry Springer Show or the Waltons. What do you watch?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I'll pick Jerry Springer for the drama.
The drama, right? You like a good bar fight?
Yeah.
Right? Not bad. Anyway, all right, let's see. I wonder, I like the fact that it's sort of like all of a sudden everything's calm and then all of a sudden everybody's like on the stage with the security guys. That's the cool part of Jerry Springer, I think. Anyway, so this piece, how much did you pay for it?
$3.
$3. Was that a negotiation $3 or was it just $3 and you're not negotiating? Where'd you get it?
They don't negotiate. I asked, they don't do it. No.
They just won't do it. It's good that you ask because sometimes they do. It depends on the day. Sometimes in some places. So tell me, was it a Goodwill, a thrift store? Where was it?
Salvation Army.
Salvation Army. Okay. Do you typically go there? And was it? Why? What attracted you to it?
It looks really old. It looks like it's at least I'm guessing 50s or 60s. The
piece dates to about the 1950s. Footed, it of course is gold tone metal, and it's kind of to look like the Rococo, to look like to look like the 18th century or the 1700s, and you put all your little trinkets in it. Value on that piece about $35. So you got it at 10%. Nice to meet you, Vic. Thanks very much. Zen. Vic is like, everything's cool. Everything's calm. I'm not like that. I'm like, let's go. But a nice guy. Thanks so much for calling in from Florida. I'm Dr. Lori. This is appraisals. I know you're seeing other people are trying to do appraisals. Please don't even start with those people and those, not even in my league. Hi, I'm Dr. Lori. This is Ask Dr. Lori Live. How are you doing?
Good. How are you, Dr. Lori?
Good. What's your first name? Where are you calling from?
Brady from Minnesota.
Hi, Brady. How are things? Everything good?
Good. It's warm here.
It's warm here. Yeah, it's warm everywhere. It's kind of hot. Kind of like uncomfortable hot,
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, well, can't complain. We wait all winter to have summer. Now we have summer. We're complaining anyway. So tell me what you got and where you bought it and what happened.
I got
You bought this? Really?
Well, it was $1. So.
All right, because I was going to say, gee, Brady, you kind of look like a sports guy. Somebody who might buy, I don't know, a football signed by O.J. Simpson or something. I don't know. So
it was $1. I don't know what it is, so I was hoping you could help me with that.
Okay, so what happens? The top kind of moves?
Yeah, it's like a little cup, and then the bottom's.
Okay, the bottom's a cup too, in fact.
Yes.
They're both cups.
Yes.
Okay. So basically what you do is you can utilize that piece, and it's a mixology piece. So a lot of people use it as figural barware. Some people will also use it for mixing other things other than that. It looks like yours happens to be in fact a plated metal, and then it's got a gilt, like the gilt in the bowl of a spoon, a gilt on the interior. Is there any mark on it?
No, there's none. I've looked all over on it.
How heavy is it?
Probably close to, I don't know, half a pound.
How old do you think it is?
Not that old.
What does that mean? Not that old. That means,
yeah, I know.
My mother, 95, would think I'm young. My niece, 25, would not. So what does that mean? Not that old.
I don't
Age
know.
is relative.
Probably the 80s.
Probably the 80s, yeah. Mass produced, not all that large numbers. We see them come up. Maybe I see them every other one of these Ask Dr. Lori Lives. I see them pretty regularly. Value on that one's going to be about $10. How much did you pay?
$1.
All right. $1 is not bad. I got to ask you my question, though. My question of the day, Jerry Springer or the Waltons? Which would you watch if you only had 2 channels to watch?
Jerry Springer.
Okay, I'm 2 for 2 on Jerry Springer. All right. I guess that's why he was the mayor and why he has a new show and all of this good stuff. So anyway, all right. This is Dr. Lori, expert answers to all of your questions. Thank you very much for sharing the channel, for watching the channel, and I hope that you will sign up to the newsletter. The newsletter is at drloriv.com. A lot of you are saying, I got the newsletter today, and tonight we're going to actually do an Ask Dr. Lori Live too. All you have to do is give me the email address, and then we send the newsletter out. You don't have to log in. You don't have to do anything else. Just go to the website and sign up. Happy to have you there. My guests are here. Thanks for being my guest, and it's good to see you. Hi, I'm Dr. Lori. How you doing? I need you to turn your camera horizontally, please.
Is it like this? Is it okay
well,
like
sweetheart, yours seems to be that it is in fact not horizontal. So, you don't want to watch, when we've got some problems. I don't want any problems. You remember in the old days when you're watching television or you're watching anything that's media, you're watching television and you had that channel, that UHF, that snowy channel, whatever channel was always snow and you couldn't see. And you're kind of like, I want to watch this program on this channel, but you can't. Well, growing up in Southern New England, it was channel 13. You could never get it. Nothing ever came in, no reception. Well, we're not doing that. So basically, if you can't get it and I can't see you or the connection's not good, we're going to go to the next person, try to figure out your situation, and then come back in. Thank you very much. So this is Dr. Lori. This is Ask Dr. Lori Live. I want to make sure that all of you, because there are literally hundreds of thousands of you who want to watch this, and I want you all to be comfortable watching. So hopefully he'll get back in. Hi.
Hi, Dr. Lori. How are you?
I'm good. I like your big microphone setup. Are you a DJ?
I used to be, yes.
Okay, well, that's a nice setup.
Thank you.
I like it. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Baxter from Louisiana.
Hi, Baxter. Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you.
So now tell me, everybody's very calm tonight. Maybe because it's Sunday. Everybody's like, oh, okay. Anyway, so tell me, Jerry Springer, 2 channels. That's all you got. What do you watch? Jerry Springer or the Waltons?
Probably the Waltons.
A lot of people like the Waltons. I have one relative who loves the Waltons, in honor of her, loves the Waltons, watches all the time. So, good night, Aaron. Good night, John Boy. Good night, Elizabeth. Good night, Jim Bob. Do you remember them all?
No, I don't.
I don't know if I could name them all either. But, by the time that, they go through everybody going to the night, it's the next morning. I like these people. Anyway, the Waltons is your pick. Okay. So we're on to our next guest. Thank you very much. And what I'm noticing on a lot of you in the green room or backstage, as you guys call it, I call it the green room from 20 years in television. None of you are wearing your Dr. Lori Says t-shirts. That might help. I would say, why don't you get a Dr. Lori Says t-shirt? You can buy it right at the store, right here on the channel. It's very simple. I don't see blue. I don't see denim. I don't see red. I don't see white. There's all different t-shirt colors. I did all the colors because you all wanted colors. And now I got no t-shirts here. I want to see some t-shirts, people. Oh no, she's frozen. Okay, gotta go. You're the snowy channel, Southern New England. It's the 70s. We're trying to see and you can't see it. Oh, gotta get it together. Too bad. I love the Yankees. Hi, it's Dr. Lori. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. What's your first name? Where are you calling from?
Jocelyn from New York, Long Island, New York.
Hi, Jocelyn. How are you doing? Hey, do you have all different glasses? I want to get like that you can choose 20 pairs of glasses.
I'm actually a teacher, and I match my glasses to they're only readers. I match my glasses to my dresses, and my students think I'm crazy, but.
No, I would do that. I mean, we match
Good.
everything else, right? We match the watch. We change the Apple Watches. We match the Apple Watches. We match, right? We match the jewelry. We match the colors. Why not the glasses? Very attractive on you. That's where I was going with this.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So you're near Long Island, New York. And which would you watch? 2 channels. That's all you got. You probably had UHS 13 because you're near where I grew up. And it was always terrible, snowy. Couldn't see the rabbit ears. Remember the rabbit ears?
Oh, yes. Yes.
And we had to get up off your butt, walk to the television and turn the dial.
Yes.
We actually had a pair of pliers. My sisters are going to laugh at this. We had a pair of pliers because sometimes the dial wouldn't stick. So we had to go in there with the pliers.
Absolutely.
It wasn't Kensington Palace at my house. Let me tell you.
We got the same setup. But it's definitely the Waltons. I need a little calm here.
Little calm, little this, right? It's Walton's Mountain. Oh, gosh. They were very calm. They were zen like Vic, the first guy on tonight.
Absolutely.
So you're in New York, and we know that I grew up in Connecticut. What do you want to show me, honey?
I have this.
You do. You have a filigree, which looks like a Maltese cross, but actually it's floral. So it's based on the Maltese cross. You all know that I'm on the Curse of Oak Island, of course, from History Channel to help them with their appraisals. But basically the longest treasure hunt on record on Oak Island, Nova Scotia with my friends, the Laginas. But basically the Maltese cross is one of the crosses that are usually associated with the Knights Templar. And of course, with the traditions of not only the Spanish and the Spanish colonials, but also, of course, the great crusaders of the ancient world. That piece looks like a Maltese cross, but in fact, that piece has some stamen, might be the right word. I'm lousy about plants, but stamen might be the right word, like a flower, right?
Yeah, they have inside here.
Yep.
They're 5 in each, and they look like, honestly, little buds, for sake of a better phrase.
Buds is a good word.
That's the only thing I could think of.
And a pendant, and does it have a mark on the back? It looks like it has a little cartouche, but no mark on the back.
No, truth be told, it was my grandmother's. She was born in 1901.
Okay.
She passed away. My mother passed away. I got a box of stuff.
All right.
This was put in a hard plastic case, literally covered with cotton.
It looked like gunmetal to me. It looks like it dates to probably the early years of the 20th century, so probably the 19-teens or 20s. So your grandmother might have gotten it as a teenager, as a young woman. And I would say value on it, I'm guessing it's about this big pendant?
2 inches, 2 1/4 by 2.
And not too heavy when you're wearing it.
It wouldn't be comfortable. I could say that.
It wouldn't be comfortable. Okay, value on that piece, I would say $65 to $85 retail. All the values I'm giving you are based on actual sales records where similar pieces have sold, and it's retail value, okay? Nice to see you. Thanks so much.
Nice meeting you. Thank you. Thank you.
Baby. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to share and subscribe to the channel. That means you got to go down, you got to go to the bell, you got to ring the bell so you get the alerts, and you've got to share the channel. If you don't share the channel, we're not going to grow, and that's going to be a big problem. So please share the channel as much as you can. You have a statue that says Ming Dynasty. It says Ming Dynasty. It's like me saying, I'm an appraiser, like a big sign, right? They ruled from this date to this date, and it's about 10 inches tall with children. Is it worth something? Any thoughts? Okay, Melissa, a couple of things. These dynasties take place for very long periods of time. So I would have to see your object to be able to narrow down the time period of when your piece actually was made. If it says Ming Dynasty, if it says it's a collectible action figure, then, basically they're trying to tell you something. It sounds like that's marketing. In the Ming Dynasty, they didn't go, oh, this is Ming, let's market Ming. If there's a mark on it, that's a different story, like an actual chop mark. It would be a red mark with certain types of characters. That's different. So I'd like to see it, and then I can help you. So I'm happy to do that. But remember, I want you to look at these pieces and identify if it's from 1600, the 1300s to the 1600s, a very long time period. It's like saying, oh, the Rococo. Well, the Rococo was from 1715 to 1774. So your piece could be from this date or this date or this date within that time period. So I want to narrow it down, because as you narrow it down, you're going to identify value and time period. Don't think just because it's older, it's going to be more valuable. So there you go. So no need to apologize. It's not your fault at all. You could show anything you like. Sure. Just check in, get on, get into the green room or backstage with us. We're happy to do it. Just, we have certain criteria we have to meet based on the channel. Will old Native American pawn jewelry have a 925 stamp? That's a good question. That's a very good question. Typically, sterling silver actually dates relatively far back. So if you have a piece from the 1940s that's old pawn Native American, it could have a 925 stamp, yes. Normally, they say sterling, however. And old pawn, Native American old pawn jewelry. And there's a research article on my website about that. So you can learn a lot about it if you go to drloriv.com and hit the research tab, go through the information. I'm always adding more information there as well. Recently just added all kinds of insights on Beanie Babies that nobody else knows. So you can go and do that right there at drloriv.com. But yes, it can be marked in that way. Then the actual 925 mark goes back. The idea of sterling goes back pretty far back. The sterling standard goes pretty far back. Good question, though. Good question. Hang on to that Native American jewelry. That and other hot pieces that are going to come up I'm going to list them for you so you know what to collect, because in the next couple of years, this year and next year, I'm going to show you what's going to be hot and what's going to sell well. Hi, Dr. Lori.
Dr. Lori. Oh my goodness. Yes, we're on. Hi, Dr. Lori.
Hi, doll. How you doing? You got to turn it horizontally, beautiful.
Thank
Turn it
you.
horizontally.
Oh, yes. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me do my back camera because the thing does it weird.
Ah!
Hi. Is
I
it
don't
good
want to
now?
lose you. You got to do this. Can you be prepared, please, people?
Is it working?
We're going to all be disappointed now.
No.
We're trying here. We're trying.
Oh, here I am. Here I am. No.
No, you're not. You are channel 13 in Southern New England, baby. I love you. Try again. You might have it locked. You might have the screen locked. So go into your settings, see what you can do. And I don't know. Don't go by me for technology stuff. Good luck. I hope you come back. But you're beautiful. It's nice to see you. And I'm glad that you are sharing in the channel. I love the community. So sweet, all of you. All right. I'm Dr. Lori. This is Ask Dr. Lori Live. And we've got some new things. Here's a new guest. Here we go. Remember, it's all unscripted and I don't know what's coming. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm surprised.
All right. Okay. Where are you calling from?
Hot Springs, Arkansas. My name is
Oh, my
Carmen.
Gosh, nice to meet you, Carmen. So you only have 2 channels on TV. You can't choose from a million different things. What do you choose?
I'm watching the Waltons.
You're watching the Waltons, not the Jerry Springer
All
show.
right.
You know what would be funny? If the Walton family were on the Jerry Springer show.
I have a feeling they could spice things up.
I think that could be good. You know, I'm really mad at John Boy, you know, for doing this or whatever it might be. Anyway, so what can I talk with you about tonight? Do you have a t-shirt? Do you have a Dr. Lori Says t-shirt? No, you don't.
Not
Oh my
yet.
God. Where do you get them here on the channel? What object do you want me to talk about?
Okay, I'm changing my camera to face for. There we
Oh,
go.
we're switching. Okay, we've got a painting with a girl with a doll.
Yes.
Okay. How'd you acquire it?
Well, I didn't thrift it. I bought it on Facebook Marketplace.
Okay, so you bought it at one of the bargain places. All right. Can I see the back?
Yes.
Can you show me the back? Why do
Yes,
I want to
ma'am.
see the back? The front tells me a couple of things. First of all, it tells me early 20th century. The other thing that the front tells me is that it is going to be what would be considered a second tier artist. You know, it's not one of your first tier artists. Realistic, very nicely executed second tier artist. And then the frame tells me, oh, the frame is new. The frame is like screaming, I'm young and sexy. And the painting is going, I'm not. It's like kind of like the Waltons is the painting and Jerry Springer is the frame. Anyway, okay, can I see the front? And how much did you pay for it?
Oh, I paid $200.
You paid $200 on Facebook Marketplace. Did you negotiate?
A little bit. I knew the
Is it
lady who was
not-
selling it. I
Is
knew
it-
who was selling it, and I wanted it. And
You knew who was selling it and you wanted it. Okay, is it signed?
yes,
Right. Who's the artist?
Molnar, something
All right.
Molnar.
Okay, well, that's not as bad as I had first thought. Okay, pretty good. So you have this piece, late 19th, early 20th century. It's early 20th century. It has been
Yes.
significantly restored. They revarnished it and cleaned it. Pretty heavy, probably in the 1950s when they put that new frame on it. Value on your piece is just about $500. Not too bad, but I think you could have gotten them down a little bit more.
Oh, well, thank you. I've just been curious about her. She's going to stick around.
Good. I hope you enjoy it. Remember, if you hang it in your home, I want it on an interior wall away from windows, doors, or any heating vent or air conditioning. Nice to meet you, Carmen. Great. Nice piece. What am I looking at when I look at those things? So she's looking at, of course, the portrait and, of course, the figure, and she likes the subject matter, which is quite nice. I'm looking at brushstrokes. I'm looking at execution. I'm looking at composition. How is it built up? You know, like the composition of this piece, you know, you can see it. These nice horizontal lines, even the bands of the clouds are all horizontals, which allow your eye to rest at each interval. So, you know, at the boat's hull, at the landscape, at the mountains, at the first, of course, line of clouds, at the second, and then this big vertical stripes right through it. That's why your eye is going over here as opposed to over here where you're just resting, resting, resting. The colors are making you come here. The composition is making you come here. Thought I'd teach you a little bit while we do appraisals. I'm Dr. Lori, the PhD Antiques Appraiser. Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are
What's
you? I'm
happening? You
good.
gotta turn me off, hon. I know
How do I
you
do
love
that?
to watch me. You're all like, I watch you when I'm cleaning. I'm watching when I'm feeding the kids. I watch you when I'm watching the grandkids. What's your name? Where are you calling from, honey?
I'm Carmen. I'm calling from Rhode Island.
I got two Carmens and back to back. Wow.
Oh, you did? That's surprising.
Yeah, last person was Carmen as well. Okay, you can't turn me off. That's annoying. All right. Sorry, Carmen, Rhode Island. Well, after maybe, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe Carmen will be able to figure out how to turn me off. She had her camera okay, but got to figure out how to make sure, because people don't want to hear me repeat. It's enough to hear me once, right? Anyway, I'm Dr. Lori. This is Ask Dr. Lori Live. I'm taking your questions and I'm looking at your objects. Nice to speak with all of you.
Oh my gosh.
How are you?
Hi, Dr. Lori.
Hi, are you surprised?
I was very surprised. I didn't expect that.
Hi, sweetie. Nice to see you.
Nice
I'm
to
Dr.
see
Lori.
you.
You got only 2 TV channels. This is the question of the day. Do you watch the Waltons or Jerry Springer, the Jerry Springer show?
Can I watch both?
No.
Oh. All right, I'll watch Jerry Springer because I could use a good laugh.
Okay. I like the way Jerry Springer is like in the back of the whole audience while everything ensues. Do you remember
beating
when?
each other up?
Yeah, he's like totally away from everybody.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Geraldo Rivera got like hit in the face? It was a long time ago. Do you remember that?
Yes,
Yeah,
I do.
on TV. He was like right in the middle of the action. Jerry Springer's like, I'm not going over there.
He's like, I'm not getting hurt.
Anyway,
Exactly.
they're all fun shows. Okay. Anyway,
Okay.
hi,
So-
nice to see you. Tell me your first name. I forgot.
Oh, my first name is Mary.
Hi, Mary.
And I'm in Westchester County, New York.
You sound like me. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I was in Goodwill about a week ago, and they were just bringing out a fresh cart. I spotted these, and I grabbed them.
Okay.
They're Murano glass.
A little bit higher for me, baby. A little bit higher. Up a little higher.
Sorry, is that
Yeah,
good?
that's good. I like that right there.
Okay.
Okay. They're Murano glass and they still have the tag?
Yes. Well,
Nice.
the other one is missing this paper tag, but they both
Okay, I
have,
don't care about that.
their stickers and
The
all
paper
that.
tag is probably from the distribution or the store that bought it through Murano, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we don't care about that. I mean, the tag is fine to have, but the real tag is the Murano tag. You got to protect the tag. I talk about this in another video. Anyway, you were saying, so can I
Okay.
see the bottom? So everybody can see
Yeah.
the bottom so they understand what it's going to look like. Okay.
Oh, okay. So this is the bottom.
Right.
Has a larger hole.
And then the hole in the top.
And
Okay.
that's the whole the top. So
Nice.
at first when I saw them, I thought they were vases, but then I realized that they were for lamps.
That's right.
So
Okay.
whoever bought them, I guess they bought them thinking they were going to make a lamp, put them away, and just never did it. So
Probably. They might have been, there might have been at another thrift store, another yard sale, or maybe they were from somebody who was, an antique
Yeah.
dealer or a tinkerer, whatever it might be. Repurposers, DIYers know what to do. They're good. Would you do it? Would you actually be the person who wired them? I can't rewire. I don't do any of that stuff.
I have rewired lamps. I would be afraid to touch these though, because I'd be afraid I would break them. So
Okay. Well, you have to be careful of these pieces. Do you see any cracks or chips? Here's why. Usually with the vases don't have too many cracks, chips, or problems. But with the lamps, because they do have a hole, or they've been cut in the top and they've also been cut in the bottom. Thank you for the super chats and the super stickers. It supports the channel that you love. So thank you for doing that. So basically, there usually are some cracks or chips in the lamps more often than in the vases. So I want you really to scrutinize them. Have you looked at them? There's no problems?
no, they're in perfect condition. There's no chips. There's no cracks. There's no scratches. Like I said, somebody must have traveled in the 50s or whenever.
Yeah,
And then-
60s.
60s, okay.
Mhm.
And bought them, put them away, and then just never touched them again.
How much did you pay?
I paid $5.99 each.
Where were they? So $10, let's call it $11.
Okay,
12 bucks.
at the Goodwill.
Okay, but where were they in the Goodwill? Were they standing alone? Were they by themselves? Or with other lamps? Where were they?
No, the guy was wheeling them out on a cart actually, and I saw them and I said, "Oh my God, if those fall over, I ran and
So you like tackle the guy as he's coming to put them on.
I grabbed him right away. I was like, "Give me those."
Don't talk to anybody, buddy. I want them, right?
Exactly.
Well, it's, I get reports that a lot of the Goodwills, because of what I'm telling you to go find, it's becoming, a whole
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
It's
Crazy.
different when you thrift with me than, with just the general person. Value on those are $250 each, and you got it for $12. So $500 for the set as lamps, and you paid $12. Good for you, Mary.
Thank you. That's awesome.
Wonderful.
Great.
If you are going to resell them, remember, you have to think about proper shipping. And I give you tips on that too here on the channel. proper shipping, and of course, what you're doing based on actual sales records. Yeah, because those lamps, if they were actually on the base and of course wired with the socket and then a shade, they'd be $500 for the pair. As they sit now, you got to take off about $100. So I go about $400 as they are now with nothing else going on. Still $200 each for a $12 investment, or $400 each for a $12 investment. That's a real bargain, baby.
That's great. That's great. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're
Dr.
very
Lori.
welcome.
Nice
to see you.
Nice to see
See,
you.
it's a lot of fun. Everybody's on, and we're figuring out what we would watch if we only had 2 channels. What would we do? I have to say, with all the new channels, though, I miss flipping. I miss just the flip. You know, oh, it's this, oh, it's that, oh, it's whatever. And I watch a lot of sports. I like sports. I like to watch other people compete and run. I don't run, so I like to watch people run. Can a real diamond have air bubbles in it when looked at under a loop? I have one that a jeweler tested and said it's real. The jewelers are going to know. The GIA certified jewelers are going to know. And the other rig you're going to know is with the gem tester, with the diamond tester. It's inexpensive. It's easy for you to get. Go to the specials and shopping page and buy one. Yes, I get small compensation for it, for when you buy it through our site. But it's important that you get one. So in fact, it's not only about these types of things. Did you see the one that was featured recently? It was a diamond within a diamond that was found in Russia recently. Relatively interesting. But, you know, again, clarity, color, carat weight all come into account. Also, the cut comes into account in terms of value. So, yes, if the jeweler says it's real and it was tested, then yes, that's exactly true. That's exactly true. Thank you very much for the super chats and the super stickers. I appreciate you supporting the channel and showing me that you're trying to support it. You basically support the staff so we can continue to do, of course, the videos. And so we can, in fact, give you the information you need. I've been doing video calls and I've been asking all of you, what do you like? What do you want to see on the channel? Because I want to hear your input. Hi, it's Dr. Lori. This is Ask Dr. Lori Live. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Dr. Lori. My name is Jill, and I'm calling from Tampa, Florida.
Nice to see you, Jill.
Thank
so
you.
How are things? Hey, what's in behind you? Can we go shopping in your closet? What's
yes,
all
yes.
that?
I'm an eBay seller, so I have. This is my inventory room.
Yeah, it looks good. How are you doing? Are things good?
Yeah, things are great.
Good. I like the blue. It would look good on you, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The blue jacket behind you. So
Yes.
tell me, if you only have 2 channels and you have to watch a show, Walton's with all the brothers and sisters on Walton's Mountains, or the Jerry Springer Show with all the brothers and sisters and DNA tests?
Oh, I think I'm going to go with the Waltons.
Yeah, the Waltons. Did you have a favorite? I liked Elizabeth until she started to grow up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite?
I always like John Boy.
Yeah, you like John Boy. He was the writer, right? I like Jason too. He was good. The parents were good, but it was always, I don't know, it was always the lesson. I liked it when someone unusual came in. My friend, actually, Willie Ames, who is celebrating a birthday, he, in fact, of course, did a cameo on Walton's Mountain on the Walton Show. And you probably know him best from 8 is Enough. Anyway, tell me about your piece.
Okay, I bought these
nice.
earrings. They are marked 14 karat and MAZ.
Where did you buy them?
I bought them at an estate sale.
Okay. And you paid how much?
$3.
$3 for 14 karat gold. Where are these people? These people are not watching the channel who are putting $3 on an estate sale pair of 14 karat gold. They're obviously not watching me.
I can actually show you the markings up close if you want me to.
That's okay. I want to see the backing. Oh, good job. That's good. You're using the loop. That's good. Go right in there. So those are very nicely made. Those are studio pieces. So those are custom made, in fact. The mark is a custom mark. That particular piece looks like onyx with the 14 karat gold. You paid how much again? What'd you say? $3?
$3.
$3. Value on those, I would say, in today's market, are they like, would they hold your whole ear? Show it up to me again. Not the back, the front, just one.
Yes, and they're marked MAZ.
I know. They're marked MAZ, which is, of course, a studio maker. Value on those, black onyx with 14 karat gold earrings, I'd go $350 on the resale market. Would you sell them on eBay or Etsy or Poshmark or where?
I haven't decided yet. I was hoping you could
Okay.
help me out with that.
It's gonna matter. It's gonna matter. I'll talk about the best places for you to sell those pieces in one of my upcoming videos. And I do talk about it on my recent costume jewelry video too. But that's real fine jewelry, and the fineness mark is very important. Thanks, Jill. Nice to see you.
Thank
So a
you.
couple of things. When you're thinking about some higher end pieces, you might consider Etsy, eBay, The Real, Poshmark, a bunch of these places, Ruby Lane, where you can sell those pieces. So that's really pretty great. I studied with acting with Michael Learned. Oh, wow. She was brilliant and truly kind. Isn't that wonderful? That's wonderful. Yes, she was the mother. She's, a Broadway star, my goodness. And of course, did television for years and years, and even movies, and very highly respected. So it's a feather in your cap that you studied with such a great teacher. So thanks for sharing that with us. I love to hear what's happening with, of course, everybody here in the community on the channel. Please remember to sign up to the newsletter at drloriv.com. Don't forget to subscribe. Lots of information. All my great tips are there. And don't forget to go around to drloriv.com. I was on a video call yesterday and someone said to me, Dr. Lori, you don't tell your story on the website. And you know where I tell it? I tell it here with every one of these. This is Ask Dr. Lori Live. I'm Dr. Lori. It's nice to see you. Thanks for being with me. I'll see you next time.